Welcome. What?
I don't know.
Welcome into another episode of the Best of Bandcamp Underground Spotlight here on Forgemaster Metal Reviews. This is the place, friends, where you can get the most out of your metal. This is one of our favorite segments. We know it's one of yours.
There's nothing quite like gearing up for another adventure into the rotted cellars of Bandcamp, where we know great metal riches await us. If you dig metal content like this in the form of top lists, interviews, reviews, hit the shit out of that like button for us and subscribe if you're new.
Polish off those broadswords and pack those quivers. Let's get into our favorite underground metal albums from Bandcamp.
We march into the earth's womb, upon broken threads and life.
Untamed Land, like creatures seeking their own forms, released October 8th on Napalm Records. You guys love Kaladin Brood and Summoning? I sure fucking do. Now, what if either one of those bands wrote an album while living in the world of the good, the bad, and the ugly? Well, that's what you get with this fucking record. This is Western-infused mystical black metal. Something I didn't even know I needed, but I guess I fucking got it with this one.
We all do.
Untamed Land make the perfect mashup of black metal and cinematic spaghetti western scores. Hailing and pistol slinging from Akron, Ohio, Untamed Land are a one-man project from the mastermind Patrick Kern. This album is truly unique with its compositional approach, invoking themes of intense symphonic black metal, reminding me of the Stormblast era of Dimmu Borgir, but mixing in lush atmospheres of cinematic spaghetti western ambience. Definitely worth checking out for your black metal playlist. I'm gonna give this one 4 out of 5 saloon wenches that are evil.
One-man post-black metal band Sepulchre by the Sea came out with their EP Ratiocinations. It was independently released on October 1st. This act blends a few of my favorite things: melodic structures, post-black metal, and Edgar Allan Poe stories. Can't go wrong with all that stuff, all blended.
So this is Edgar Allan post-black metal.
Yeah, basically, this is. You can use that, by the way, if you want. Since discovering Sepulchre by the Sea last year with their full-length Conqueror Worm, I've been very interested in their progress. This is a very strong EP. While I really want to see the guitar tones and levels get a little more attention for future releases, the songwriting on this slays, and I really consider Sepulchre by the Sea to be a gem of the underground post black metal scene. Ratiocinations get 4.3 out of 5 ominous ravens.
Light of the Morning Star, Channel Noir, released October 1st on Deborah Morty Productions. UK's Light of the Morning Star have the purest of gothic bloodlines when it comes to writing this kind of music, and that's no bullshit retro gloom with a fresh coat of blood on it. This album is definitely heavier than old school goth rock albums from bands like Sisters of Mercy, but you can absolutely hear the atmosphere and influence dripping from the candelabras. The band lists black metal as an influence, which I think is kind of a long shot, but there definitely are some chord progressions that sit dissonant outside of those deep, rich gothic vocals that I suppose do check the box of black metal. One thing I'll say though is I was very surprised that the drums were programmed for this. They sound fucking awesome. There's ghost notes, there's dynamics in the cymbals. It totally tricked me. I did not know that these drums were programmed. It's almost like the band had a legit drummer. The icy cold atmospheres, cavernous reverbs, venomous keyboards. What you get is a cemetery slab of killer goth rock and metal. Great for your October playlist, giving this one 4 out of 5 Moonlight Geist.
Connecticut homies Xenosis have released a strong prog death metal record with Parallel Existence, independently released on October 1st. There was a bit of a warming up period for this record, I will say. It starts off a bit wobbly. I really couldn't get my finger quite on the pulse of where things were going, but once it starts finding its footing, you're really subjected to this cool mashup of suffocation and Morbid Angel's slimy technical death metal that just pummels you. There were some real cool gems in this record. It's not genre defining by any means, but it definitely settles itself very nicely in that prog tech death metal camp. I'm giving this one 4.3 out of 5 multiverses.
Creeping Death, The Edge of Existence, released October 8th on MNRK Heavy. Texas has been putting out some serious old school death and thrash metal lately. Seriously, with bands like Power Trip, rest in peace, Riley Gale, Frozen Soul, Judiciary. There's a killer scene coming out of the Lone Star State. This EP is fucking vicious, man. Pulling from the hardcore playbook to round out their death metal riffing and song structures. It's just great. You can absolutely hear the early Floridian death metal influence with these guys as well, especially bands like Obituary with those slamming swamp-like riffs that you get all the time. I love how the vocals sit in the mix on this EP too. There's that big cavernous reverb beneath the slamming brutal death metal riffs. It's just fucking awesome. It's a short listen, around 20 minutes or so with 6 songs, but that's honestly all I really felt like I needed from this band. Nothing groundbreaking here, but it's really great, definitely solid. I would love to check this out live. 3.5 out of 5, Slimy Tombs.
2021 really seems to be the year of strong melodic death metal releases. I wouldn't have guessed that at all. This album here is no exception. This is the debut EP from Finnish Anima Hereticae of Behest. It was independently released on October 1st. This melodic death metal outfit is made up of members of Red Moon Architect. Their experience has definitely brought to the table very strong musicianship, diverse songwriting, and absolutely headbanging riffs. While it is a 3-track EP, it is well-paced and comes in at a total runtime of 25.5 minutes, getting some pretty doomy vibes there at the end with the last track that clocks in at around 11 minutes. Curious definitely to see where this band goes. I'd love to see some more diversity in the vocals. The Cookie Monster voice just gets a little tiring on the ears. This is a strong EP that gets 4.4 out of 5 Rising Swamp Beasts. Yeah, don't touch them. If you haven't hit it yet, fuck that shit. What? I can't say that. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for something that's going to be conversational.
If you haven't hit it yet, fuck that shit.
This is why we don't do live stream.
You even did that.
7 hours later.
So friends, what were your favorite bands from Bandcamp? Be sure to leave some comments down below, and if you haven't hit it yet, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you're new.
Go with the gods, Forgemasters. Steer clear of the ghouls in the chapel. We'll see you guys next time.